kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Lining up to convert third down. Off the play fake. Under fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. He leaves it with his back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
To the air on 2nd down. This time on target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Off the play fake on first down. That's reeled in. It's Woods. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And a really good job.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Gets it out fast. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the run. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking for space. It's Roberts. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Roberts. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. They'll send the tight end in motion. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
He's got it on the right. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Off play action. That's caught. It's Smith. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. One more snap coming before halftime. Now from inside the red zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Rivers. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Fresno State right back to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Leaves it with the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 25 over Washington State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Got him downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's caught for the touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing. To know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Trying to keep the drive alive. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. Quick step and go. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Fresno State right back to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Lyle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's McClung. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the left side. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Well, trailing late in the game right now, the offense obviously needs better plays than that. They took a negative play, but at least the good news is they got out of bounds, so they were able to stop the clock. They've got to dial something up here that's going to get a big play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth unleashes one deep. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Grabbed in the middle, it's Roberts. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
So now it's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Takes the handoff. It's Booth. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. A little trickeration, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. He'll start this drive firing. The sure hands, it's McClung. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Lyle. Jukes his way for more. Hard running there. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Lyle. Smashes ahead. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down, they'll go to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete.
A shot toward the end zone. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make